Engagement is absolutely critical on social media. If you're a business posting on your social media, maybe not seeing a ton of engagement, obviously you're not getting much reach with those posts as well. So how can you get more reach on platforms like Facebook and Instagram? And the answer is engagement. Facebook posts with higher engagement get up to 75% more organic reach than those posts without any engagement at all. So one of the things you need to ask yourself is, hey, how can I get more engagement on my Facebook and Instagram content without using paid advertisements? And the answer to the question is in the questions that you're asking. So we've run tons of these types of ads, not just ads, but organic content with tons of different questions. And creating that conversation does get the conversation going. These are just a handful of examples of questions that you can ask to your audience. Obviously, these questions are all going to vary based on the audience that you have, based on the audience that's following those pages or your page. So the question is really going to depend on what your audience cares about and what matters to them. These are just some examples of content that we have created for a wreath business, a business that specializes in making wreaths. This type of content may seem a little cheesy to you, but it works really well with their audience. Question, what's your favorite way to relax after a long day? Pretty general question, but it can stir up a bit of a conversation. Now, what's important to this content is when comments start coming in, it's keeping that conversation going. So if somebody responds to this question, what's your favorite way to relax after a long day? Maybe somebody likes to sit back and watch Housewives of New York. And if that's the case, maybe you can ask a question, which character is your favorite? Even just having that type of back and forth, it helps stimulate the algorithm to show your posts to more people because it's showing that there's a lot of content that's getting engagement on your page. Another one, if you could travel anywhere right now, where would you go? This could be great if you're a travel agency. This could be great if you're the Marriott, just to stir up that conversation with people to get them talking about different travel destinations. And let's say you're the Marriott and you ask that question and somebody says, well, I love Bangkok. Okay, cool. Here's a link to Marriott Bangkok where you get 10% off your next visit. Something like that could work really well. Next one, beep, beep. What was your first car? All right, so these questions, again, depend on the audience, but they stir up the conversation and they get people talking. And the minute you get a user that starts sifting through comments, liking comments, and engaging on comments, that again stimulates the algorithm to show your content to more people. What decade had the best music? Okay, that's another one as well. I personally love the 80s, but that's up for debate. How do you like your toast? I really like this one because essentially I am very invested, or I would be invested in which one's the best. If I'm going to choose one of these, I personally like my toast around a 3, right? But are there any crazy people out there that like a 9? Because people are going to go down to the comments and again, giving signals to the algorithm that this post is an engaging piece of content and will show it to more people organically. I love ones that we have done in the past, like March Madness, for example. We work with restaurants. So we might pin 2 menu items against each other in kind of a March Madness bracket. That has worked really well in the past too, where you get the brisket sub against the ham and cheese sub, which one wins? And whichever one gets the most comments, you could do like a check mark for this or an O for this, for voting for this sub, whatever it is, you tally up those votes. And then that specific menu item goes on to the next round. When you create this sort of a bracket, specifically around March Madness, you get a lot of people that are going to be looking for that next piece of content. They may even go over to your page or profile to see which one is winning, so people become invested in it, and it becomes it becomes entertaining, but you get a lot more engagement by doing it. Apple pie or pumpkin pie? There's the debate. Any sort of question like that sparks a debate, gets people chatting in the comments, and that engagement, again, stimulates the algorithm. What's your favorite holiday movie? Another great question. What are your favorite love songs? There you go. What's your most cherished Easter tradition? Now you see a theme here. Each one of these posts have a business called Unique in the Creek. That's the name of the business. This specific business has a ton of engagement on their Facebook page. And these type of questions are always stimulating the conversation. Summer potluck. What are you bringing? right? Like, it's great content, great questions to ask to their audience. Again, this is something you need to think about when you create organic content. Don't just think about, selling your service or selling your business, especially with organic content, right? Organic content is meant to get a conversation going. It's meant to build up your likability with the audience. It's not meant to sell people. People are typically not buying things from organic content. The organic social media content is meant to complement all of the other efforts that you're making in your digital marketing strategy. If you found this video helpful, give a like. Love to hear what you think in the comments and subscribe. We'll see you soon.